Hey guys, I'm Jex.
And I am Alex.
We are the CineBros.
And this is CineBrosSupreme.
That's right, the return.
It's been a while,
It's
indeed.
been so long.
Yes.
Since we've done a video together.
So we decided for fun, just because it's been a while since we've done a collaboration.
Yes.
Every now and again, we'll hunt like separate.
Yep.
And anytime we see something that the other one likes, send pictures. Just being like, what are you looking for?
Yep.
I have your Amazon list saved.
Yeah, same.
So.
Yeah.
We've got a pile of things for each other,
Oh, yeah.
some of which I don't know about, you don't know about.
That's right. Yeah, that's the thing. We know about a lot because we're always on Messenger, like Alex said. We're always like, hey, I found this. Do you need? And then we'll be like, yeah. Or, oh, no, I have that.
Or even like, have you heard of this? Like, I've seen it,
Exactly.
So,
and then we'll be like, oh, get that for me, please. So that's what we're doing, a gift exchange
yes,
right now.
exactly.
Because for the viewers that don't know, we live 3 hours apart. So it's quite the drive.
Roughly.
Yeah, roughly about 3 hours. Depends on how fast you drive, or how heavy your foot is.
Yeah.
But
are the rules important?
Yeah.
That's a factor.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm in town for the weekend with my family, so we stopped in and thought, well, let's make a bunch of videos, collaborations while we can.
Right.
So we are back. Hopefully some of our old viewers from back in the day are still tuned in 2019. But otherwise, we'll have some new viewers. For sure. So, yeah.
Let's get into it. So, we both have each other's respectable bags of goodies.
Yes.
So, I guess you could start off. You can take the first one out and we'll go back and forth. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, go for it. So, let's see.
I'm not even going to look so I don't see what's next.
Yes.
The first.
I'm leaving it on the ground, so I super am not tempted. Because I know I'm going to like...
You know what? I even double bag yours.
Because you knew.
Yeah, so you can't see through.
I did not think ahead at all for that.
Okay. The first one is... Ooh!
Yeah, Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa. And the reason is because I don't have... This is the only one of the Rocky series, with the exception of Creed. I don't have any of the Creed ones yet.
Which we've talked about. You will get on eventually.
Yes, I need to see those. But I have Rocky 1 through 5. And this one, I saw when it came out, and I was always like, nah.
So this was the thing. So
long story long.
Yeah, long story long. When this came out, right? So I believe it was me and Travis.
Yes.
We were like, hey, man, this movie's great. And you were like, no. And for some reason, you were like, the Crystal Skull is awesome and this is terrible.
All I can blame that on is immaturity.
You know
I was
what?
young. You make mistakes.
Well, like I said, too, the difference as well, to get more serious about it, is like this Rocky Balboa compared to the other ones, and we talked about it before.
Yes.
It's like the other ones you're with Rocky and like he's an embodiment. Well, he's an embodiment of you, right? Like you're there with him. He's against the odds, so you're kind of going through him. But this is super realistic. So no longer is it like a metaphor. You're like, well, no, he's a character, and I'm seeing him through it.
Yeah.
So it's a different tone.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what I didn't care for at the time was that it was different, and I was expecting a throwback to the old ones, and I think I didn't get that, and I was kind of bummed. But now that I've matured and I've gotten older, I'm ready to give it a second chance. And I told Alex, of course, now that I want it, I don't often come across it, so I told Alex, if ever you see it.
Which I did.
Yeah. Yes. So,
obvious.
Thank you.
No worries. So I guess that was the weirdest handshake, but it's fine. So I'll get into mine. I almost looked right in his hand. Okay, so we got double feature.
Starting out strong here.
Yes. So we've got When a Stranger Calls and Happy Birthday to Me, which I forgot about. Happy Birthday to Me, yeah. But I remembered When a Stranger Calls. So hilariously enough, as soon as you found two of these.
Yes, right? Yes, I got myself one, and I got you one because at first when I first found it, it was at a pawn shop. It was $4. I'm like, ooh, this is cool. I think I'll get it for Alex because I had When a Stranger Calls on DVD, and I'm like, oh, I should get this for Alex. And then I kept looking. I found another one. I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer.
Right. What I was getting at too is you found two, which I was like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
And then the week after, because I'll check Facebook Marketplace like a lot.
Yeah.
This popped up.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
So, but I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Very, very much. Especially like I haven't seen When a Stranger Calls in ages.
Yeah, same. I have the DVD. Like I said, I think it's been 8-9 years since I last watched it, so I remember very little. And Happy Birthday to Me, I actually watched recently.
I have never seen it.
Really?
Never seen it.
Well, my buddy Ricky has the standalone Blu-ray, and it's a good slasher. It's just long. That was my take on it. It's towards the end. I found myself getting a little bored.
Okay.
You know, it kind of
it's of the era too.
Yeah.
So
it's 1980, 81, so it's early slasher years. But when you get to the end is cool. It's a cool ending, so it kind of makes up for it.
I'm into it.
But I find it's easy to get bored until you get to that final punchline. But overall, it's a good flick.
Okay, so now let's see what.
Okay, I almost did the same thing and looked right in.
It's
That's
why I put it on the
reflex.
floor. I think.
Okay. The next one is what is this? Oh, War of the Worlds.
Yeah, man. the
Original. Very cool.
And your favorite.
I think this is your favorite.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. You don't have as much hate as I do.
Is this a briefcase? Like, I remember you raging. So yeah, War of the Worlds. This is the original 1953, which I've never seen in full.
It's excellent. I saw this at a drive-in one time in Fredericton.
That would have been amazing.
Excellent vibe for that genre of movie. And,
Yeah.
I remember when I got this for you, because you were curious about it, and I found mine in the wild.
Yeah.
And then the thing that I thought was interesting, you were looking for it, but you were super in like a Joe Dante kick.
Yes. Well, yeah, he's one of my favorite directors.
Right. And
yeah.
he does commentary on this.
You mentioned. See, I didn't even know. And then after you got it for me, you told me that. I'm like, it's so perfect. I love Joe Dante is one of my favorite directors. So I don't know. It's meant to be. And yeah, I watched part of this. And this was like pre-remake, pre-Tom Cruise remake.
Oh, yeah.
I had heard about it in the it's not really a documentary. It's like a compilation film called "It Came from Hollywood."
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
It stars like Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, Gilda Radner, Cheech and Chong, and there's one portion of the film where they really focus on old, flying saucer alien films, and this is one of them, and that got me curious. And I was working at Blockbuster at the time, and they just happened to have a copy right there in the action section. Because there's no sci-fi section.
I was gonna say that's weird.
Yeah,
I get it. But...
Yeah. So I rented it, and I think I was younger. I must have been 18, 19. I couldn't really get into it at the time because 50s films.
It's an acquired taste.
Yes.
Is what I tell people. I mean, like I always loved them.
Oh.
But I get it.
See now I like them a lot. But at the time when my tastes were different back then, I was not as open-minded. But now I know. So when I saw you found it, I'm like, I would love this now. Remembering what I've seen back in the day. I love it. I feel like this is gonna be a long video, but it's so worth it.
It's okay, man. You can cut out the snippets we don't need. It's fine.
But the people need the dosage. So yeah, thank you, brother.
Hey, no worries. No worries. Okay, so now let's see.
Part 2. I'm trying to remember what's in the bag.
I saw it a peek where I looked down and I forgot about it.
You gotta stop doing that.
I'm trying. We got Congo, which I am stoked about. Oh, you ripped the little things off.
That's the previous owner. That was not me.
That's right, because they get it.
Yeah.
A Congo, my God. So you haven't seen Congo.
Never seen Congo.
So, because I remember you were like, oh, look, I found Galaxy Quest. Are you into it? And like, I've seen Galaxy Quest around. Like, it's not like that rare. So I'm like, that's okay. And you're like, what about Congo? And I got way too excited.
Yeah. I was in a used bookstore. They had DVDs. We were on the phone, and as soon as I said Congo, I heard you. Oh.
Yeah, because Congo, like, it's a bad film. Like, it's not good.
You know something? I never realized how bad it was, because when it came out, what is it, 95?
Roughly.
I
don't know why
remember,
I keep doing that, but anyway.
It's okay. I saw the trailers on TV, like the TV spots, and they were advertising it like a film of Jurassic Park proportions. Like, it was a big deal.
That was the thing about this movie. Like, it's not, like, from what I remember, it's been a little bit of time, it's not that it's, like, awful movie. Like, I know it's terrible. Yeah. But it's the hype that was behind this. Like, you're coming off of Jurassic Park, so it's another Michael Crichton-based movie.
Oh.
So they were like, oh, it's just like Jurassic Park. And then the star power. I mean, you got Ernie Hudson in here.
Bruce Campbell,
Tim Curry. And Tim Curry does a ridiculous accent this entire movie, too. It's like a weird, like, Russian-esque. The gorillas. Like, that's exactly what it... But anyway... so yeah, it didn't do so hot.
No, but all these things make me want to watch it.
Well, I recommend, if anybody hasn't seen it, Bruce Campbell gets asked about this like a lot. Because he's not in it very frequent. And I sent you the video where he goes, okay, pretend that you're like a producer or like somebody pitching this movie. And he just lists off the people that worked on it. Mm-hmm. It makes so much sense why this got greenlit so hard. Yeah. And then it's
just
check it.
Hit the fan.
Yeah.
Now back to me.
Boom.
Oh, yes, sir. Nightmares. Oh, man.
So I know nothing about this movie aside from like just you talking about how cool it is.
Well, and that's the funny thing is I've never even seen it, but I've been wanting to get my hands on it for ages. This is the original Anchor Bay DVD released in '99. So it's been 20 years now. I've been on the hunt since like 2006, 2007. And online, it went for like ridiculous prices. I sent you a screen capture, $200 and up for DVD, which no, thank you. But the Screen Factory, They released a Blu-ray, I think, 3-4 years ago, which that's reasonably priced.
Yeah, usually it's probably around $40, I'm guessing. 30,
oh yeah, maybe even 30, I think.
Yeah.
But me, the way I am, I'm like, I need to get the oldest release, like the original release. And this is like full frame. It's not even widescreen, but I'm like, I don't care because it's the original. It's out of print. I want the out of print stuff. And yeah, so $200, but I was online on Kijiji.
Oh,
This is perfect. For some reason, I was on the Nova Scotia one. I live in New Brunswick, for the ones that don't know, which is like a province over,
right.
under, whatever. Over. Anyway, and I'm on the Nova Scotia Kijiji for some reason, and I see this guy has this ad. It's like, oh, random VHSs for sale and some DVDs. I'll check it out. It's far away from me, but I'll just to see.
Why not?
Just to see. And then I'm looking at the DVDs. It's all like a lot of like Disney stuff and kid stuff, cartoons. And then bam, blended in, Nightmares. I'm like,
For like,
you know,
it was like it was dirt cheap too, and you were like, dude, like, do you mind? Like, it might be out of your way, and I was like, I don't even care, dude, worth it.
oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Because I messaged the guy just by curiosity. I'm like, how much are you selling Nightmares? And the guy was just flat out. He's like, oh, how much are you willing to pay for it? And I thought, okay, I'm gonna start the bidding low and work my way up. You know, I'll start at $5. So I tell him, well, let's start at $5. And he goes, sold. I'm like, are you serious? Like, he must not know what he has. So you were very kind to go get it for me. So I can't wait to watch it. Like I said, I've never seen it, but I know.
And slipcover, everything intact.
Yeah. So this is I should talk about the movie. It's an anthology film. It's a horror anthology. It's, I think, 3 different stories. And it feels like almost like Tales from the Dark Side, but it was actually supposed to be for a show, kind of in that nature. I forget the name of it. The Dark Room, I think it was called.
Okay, yeah, because there was so many. Like, you gotta understand, like, there was like Night Gallery, there was Outer Limits. Like, there was so many. That was back
Twilight Zone, the '80s one.
Yeah.
So this was set to be, I think it was called the Dark Room. But then they found it to be a little too intense, so they released it. They put them all together in a compilation, in an anthology, and released it as Nightmares. And yeah, apparently it's very cool. Emilio Estevez is in it.
Emilio!
Yeah!
The Mighty Duck, man!
The Breakfast Clubber himself!
Oh my god.
And Richard Masur. So I'm looking forward to it. I heard good things, so yeah, thank you, man.
No worries. So let's see what's next for me. I forget how many like you have and I have. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, the Three Amigos.
Yes.
So I haven't seen fully, which I've said.
Oh, there's a story. Yeah, that's right.
So, the disc.
Right.
I'll get a close up of this, but it's very neat. I like that. So the thing about the Three Amigos, I love Martin Short a lot, like a lot. And when I was a kid, Clifford was one of my favorite movies for some reason.
Rightfully so.
That's excellent. But yeah, one of my favorite movies. So this came on TV, and I was excited to watch it. But my mom is what I like to refer to as a channel flicker. So
my father also.
Yeah,
so I feel for it.
It's like whenever there's like, oh, it's a commercial. Let's see what else is on. Just like we'll come back to it. And so lots of movies blended together for me. I never seen this fully all the way through. I only remember bits of it because of that. So.
Yeah. It's good. I rewatched it. I watched your copy recently, and it still holds up. I love it because Martin Short, I'm also a fan. Chevy Chase and Steve Martin both were very influential to me for my sense of humor. Like, I used to watch them as a little kid, so they're like my favorite comedians. And John Landis is another one of my favorite directors, and he directed this.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize that John Landis did that.
Yeah, it still holds up. I liked it a lot. This DVD is very cool. I have the older edition.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, it's widescreen, but it's not anamorphic, which is a little pet peeve of mine. We'll probably talk about that in another video. This one is anamorphic. However, I was looking at the Blu-ray. I was at Sunrise Records last week. I was looking at the Blu-ray. Released the same year, 2011, for the 25th anniversary. Features. There's like cast and crew interviews, and I think deleted scenes. It's genius marketing. They put it all on the Blu-ray, so you have to buy a Blu-ray player. You got to get the Blu-ray. Here, nothing. I don't think there's any features even.
An Orion Pictures release.
Yeah,
there's nothing. No,
So, yeah.
I was looking because sometimes DVDs will do that thing. I've talked about it before, where they'll be like special features. You get the film. I'm just like
widescreen presentation.
Thanks.
Oh.
That's a real special feature. I'm so glad. But yeah, I'm just glad I can see the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Happy for that. I know that this is not a super uncommon release, but I've never gone and sought it out, so I appreciate it. Boom!
Oh, here we go. Brain Damage. Yes, we've talked about this one.
Yes.
I have Brain Damage on VHS, and I'm not an avid VHS collector anymore. I've been upgrading most of my collection on DVD or Blu-ray. So this is good to have. Although I do love the artwork for the VHS very, very much, which we'll probably include here.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the last time I watched this was probably 7 years ago, so I remember very little.
I watched it recently just because I have the Blu-ray that was Arrow Video. Highly recommend that one if you don't have any other version of it. Like, I won't get too into the details of that stuff, but Brain Damage, I've been really into Frank Henenlotter lately. Yeah, the slipcover, but it's a really weird movie. It's full of a lot of psychedelic imagery, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, well, Frank Henenlotter, you just see his name on a picture, you know.
Yeah, literally, like, he did Basket Case, stopped for a bit, came back and did this, so it's still a lot of really fresh, weird ideas at that point. Like,
yeah.
So it's a good watch. Very weird though. Just be ready. Like,
I remember being very bizarre. So I'm excited to see it again. And also, just so you guys know, a little sneak preview for you guys. We will be doing a comparison video.
Oh, for sure.
Where we compare the DVD menus to the Blu-ray menus. You know, like we used to do way back in the day, just with much better quality and better technology. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be less of like which has more features because we kind of know.
Well,
but you know, still, it's the fun.
Exactly. So there's no competition. It's more just like, hey, just for fun, let's see the differences.
So the next one, another one that I haven't seen yet, but I wanted to.
Yes.
The Man with Two Brains, which I used to see around all the time.
Yeah.
Now I never do.
Oh, I still come across it. It's pretty common.
Obviously.
Yeah. I've had my copy for years, over a decade. This is actually, I mentioned how Steve Martin was a big influence on me. This is one of my favorite movies of his. That and The Jerk are tied.
You've highly recommended The Jerk to me.
You know what's funny? The one I almost got you yesterday, I had a copy of The Jerk Blu-ray in my hand. And I was going to get it for you.
Dude.
I was going to get it for you, but I'm like, I need to save some money for the trip, you know? Yeah. We're going hunting soon, so.
Yeah, that's...
DVD hunting, so. But yeah, I almost got you The Jerk. And both movies are directed by Carl Reiner. So the Carl Reiner, Steve Martin collaborations are fantastic. Visual, sight gags, just puns. It's really great, and... I don't want to say too much without, like, I don't want to spoil anything.
No worries, dude. It's all good, but I'm excited because I mean, I've seen clips of it.
Yeah.
And you've hyped it, not hyped it. I won't say because I don't think it can be spoiled. I think it's you've set the stage.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
My only beef is the DVD edition itself is bare bones. Like, there's no menu to speak of. It's just like
plays when you
pop it in, and that's it. There's no features.
Style.
Yeah, it's full frame. It's very, there's not much on there at all. Like, there at least much to be desired is what I'm trying to say. But and I just wish for a better release. I know they released it on Blu-ray as those Warner Archive, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I looked at the specifications, and according to Amazon, it's still full frame. I'm like, why can't we get a widescreen? Weird. At least presentation of this. If there is, I'm assuming there's one. You must have filmed it. Anyway, I'm going off. But yes, long story short, this is great. And I know you're going to love it because I know your style enough.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I look at the back. I'll get a close-up of this, but like the pink brain that he's holding, like that sets the tone for me. Because when it's a goofy movie, like realistic stuff, I get it. It's got its appeal. But to me, when they're like, the brain, and it's like neon colors, I'm in.
But speaking, like you mentioned the pink brain, and something I know you're going to love. As a film fanatic, something I thought was great is just the visual use of colors.
That's what I mean, man. Yeah.
Are very, very good. Like, for a comedy, it's crazy. It almost goes back to like those 50s, 60s kind of horror films when they were first starting to use color.
Nice.
It feels like a throwback to those days. So
into it.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
No problem. Okay, we're back to me.
Yeah. I mean, you're almost done.
I think I only have 2 left.
And these are the ones that you know nothing about.
Oh, both.
Yeah.
Really? I thought there was. Oh yeah, that's right. I thought there was only one. Oh, it's like a cardboard case. Feels like it's seasoned. I don't know. I had a feeling. Family freaking matters.
Yes, I stumbled on this because I had to go get I had a bunch of DVDs that were scratched up. Not my fault. I just buy things used a lot. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's a struggle.
So while I was getting them repaired, they also sold stuff there, and that's where I found it.
And this looks.
It's
new.
like pristine. Like, it's very nice.
Wow.
Because I had run into one of these before at like a Value Village, and the thing that happens is seasons. You'll get into it, and it'll be like, you're missing disc 2, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy discs 1 and 3 of a season.
No,
so I look, but
yeah, no, this is awesome. Like, this was one of my favorites growing up. Like, I used to watch this every day after school. That with Fresh Prince. And
it's Urkel, man. Come on, like
I love those '90s family, like Full House, like.
Oh, Full House was great too.
TGIF was my jam in the '90s. I was at that age, so I've been wanting to just rewatch these for nostalgia purposes. And I don't know if they hold up well. I haven't watched these in decades.
I was tempted to check it out before you came down, but I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah. But dude, thank you. This is awesome.
Dude, I knew you'd be stoked. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. It's season 2, Family Matters. Do the Urkel.
Yes, Urkel was full swing by season 2, I believe.
Oh yeah, he was.
All right, let's see that guy.
I don't even know what's next.
Oh yeah, One Crazy Summer. Dude.
Yes.
That's again another one that I haven't watched. You're bringing a bunch that I have not seen.
Exactly.
I'm excited about.
Well, this is stuff that I also own, and I just try to think of movies I have that you would love. And when I saw that at the used bookstore, same place I got Congo, this one. Yeah, dude, the cases you love so much.
I know the cardboard.
But yeah, the thing I saw that, I'm like, first of all, it's out of this specific copy is out of print. I do believe.
I think so. I think that's correct.
Yeah, and I never see it. So I thought, because I've had mine for like over a decade, so I thought, well, I gotta get it. I gotta get it for you. Yeah, this is another John Cusack collaboration with director Savage Steve Holland. They had done another movie the year before called Better Off Dead, which is also fantastic. I love that movie. It's absurd comedy. It's just, again, visual gags and just hilarious jokes. And a lot of people kind of consider this a sequel to Better Off Dead, even though it's not. It's not the same characters, but a lot of the same actors kind of come back, playing different characters. And also, it's that same feel because it's Savage Steve Holland. And in addition to that, you're an animator. For those of you who don't know, that's what Alex does for a living. And so was Savage Steve Holland. So there are some animated sequences in here that
I know. You me up with that. Oh. But the other thing that sold me hard on this was, you said, was it Bobcat Goldthwait?
Yes.
He shows up in a Godzilla suit, and I'm a huge Godzilla fan. So I was like, come on.
And Bobcat Goldthwait.
It is Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, that scene is hilarious. And it goes on for a while. Because it's kind of like... He gets stuck in a suit. That's not a spoiler. He gets stuck in a Godzilla suit. And that kind of happens, and then you switch to another scene, the other characters, and it goes back to him, and he's still struggling. So it goes on for a while. It always goes back to him, stuck in the suit, and Bobcat steals every scene that he's in. And another actor that's in there that I find deserves praise is Joel Murray.
Oh.
Brother of Bill.
Nice.
He plays John Cusack's best friend, and
I thought you were going to say brother, and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
No, that would be weird because they look nothing alike.
No.
But no, he's his best friend, and he too. I find he needs more recognition. Joel Murray, he's very cool. So yeah.
But thank you. I'm excited to watch.
I hope you enjoy it, man.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
I also
Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've also watched it recently, and I enjoyed it. It's not the best movie out there, obviously, but it's fun. It's a fun.
I'm into that though. So this one surprised even me.
Really?
I'll tell you this.
Oh.
So we were talking about it at one point, just to hype it up a little bit, and I didn't know. So I'll leave it at that. I didn't know that it was out. I'll say this.
Oh, okay. You didn't know this existed.
No.
It's the final countdown. Well, it feels kind of. So this is a Blu-ray.
Yes.
I feel it's smaller. What? Are you kidding me?
So.
What?
I bought myself one as well and actually hid it away because I know when he comes in, you check the shelf.
Always, yes.
So this is an out-of-print DVD. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
So we talked about it. We said, oh, that's kind of cool, but it's like $500. Like, no joke. Like, it's out of print.
It's another, it's another Anchor Bay, just like Nightmares.
Right. So I know that you prefer the out-of-print ones, but this week, this got re-released on Blu-ray.
I had no idea.
So I was like, oh, use my Amazon Prime, and I got it in 2 days.
Dude!
So it's pretty great.
Oh, man.
I will say, I know that for me, features are important, but in this, the features are a little bit weird.
Oh.
Like, there's like an interview with the director, but it's audio only, and it's like a still of like, not even like, if it was me, I would like alternate the stills from the movie while the director was talking, just to keep the audience like into it. But it's just a still of the house.
While he's talking?
Yeah, for like 40 minutes.
That's okay.
So I'm like, a bit weird, but yeah, it's still a crazy movie, dude. There's a commentary from film historian and like a
film critic.
And a critic, which is weird, but anyway.
Oh well.
Yeah, and then they just have an audio interview with the director, which is, again, on a still frame, but...
Deleted work print scenes, Jerry Goldsmith demo of the Link theme.
Which, I could be mistaken, maybe I'm just talking, but isn't that the same guy who did the theme for Gremlins?
I don't know about Gremlins, maybe. He did, I believe, Rambo. Because I know the name Jerry Goldsmith. I think he did Rambo. I couldn't tell you about Gremlins.
Because the theme in there sounds a lot like Gremlins.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is cool.
I feel like you'll enjoy it. It's about a killer ape.
Well, I watched CineMassacre, James Rolfe. I watched his review, and like this movie looks like my initial feelings were this looks awful, but I need to see it.
It's incredible.
It's a canon film. Like it's to be expected. Thank you, man. This I did not expect. I thought for sure when you said you found me something, I thought you found Inner Space.
No, I thought about it. I was like, I can order it, but I'm like,
no.
This was a surprise to me. Like, I didn't know that they were re-releasing it. Like this week, it's brand new, just came out.
Thank you.
Of course.
Oh man, I forgot you have more stuff. I'm going off here.
A bunch. So, Cat's Eye. I do remember this because I was excited.
Yes.
You hyped it up, and I love anthologies. So
yeah, I like it. It's
James
fun.
Woods, isn't it?
James Woods. No, I'm cutting you off.
Well, yeah, Stephen King's Cat's Eye. I love Creep Show, so it seems in the vein of that. I don't know too much about it.
No.
So
it's not the best anthology film out there. I just find it's a fun film. That's the best way I could describe it. It's just fun, and the James Woods story is my favorite one. Quitters Inc., where he goes to this place because he wants to quit smoking, and they just go through these extreme measures to get people to stop smoking. It's crazy.
All I'm thinking of is Videodrome, which I'm like, jeez, stop smoking.
Well, yeah, that's a good one. And there's Drew Barrymore. She's kind of in the wraparound story, but she also she's in a story. I think it's the final one, which includes her being terrorized in her bedroom by this little troll that comes out of the wall.
I'm already sold.
I know you're gonna love that one.
Like, come on.
Troll or a goblin, I forget. It's this little dude.
Either or.
The general.
Let's change it up.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
general.
down with either of those things. You know. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I'm
no
excited.
problem.
Again, horror anthologies are my jam.
I like it a lot. I know I've heard of people that don't. I personally think it's great.
What? You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I turned it to Travis for a second. It's fine.
And are we the last one?
No, there's two in there.
Oh, man. I can't forget what I got you.
So, Day of the Dead, which I can't believe you found this.
Yes.
So this is the Anchor Bay. The Anchor Bay. It unfolds. Like you were showing me like pictures of this.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get over like how much stuff.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, because sorry.
I'm just saying you get so much so much bang for your buck.
Yeah, like it's got like a notepad full of info and like sketches, which I'm usually into. Again, I've got Dawn of the Dead in like the crazy special edition.
Yeah.
So now I really wanted to get my hands on Day of the Dead for a while. I was going to order the Blu-ray at one point.
Yeah.
But this is so much cooler.
Well, it's especially for the price I found it for. I was at this flea market. Super cool dude there selling a bunch of DVDs. And on the shelf he had the Day of the Dead, the regular single disc by Anchor Bay, same one that I have. And I thought, oh, well, Alex wants this movie, so I'll get it for him. It was $4. And the guy was like, oh, well, check this out. I also have this one. $5, $1 extra.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that much of a difference.
Really, it's like $1 more, and you get like the bonus disc, the insert, the super cool case. And I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer.
I gotta say, the case, it reminds me a lot of the Army of Darkness case that I have.
Which army? Oh, the boomstick. Yes.
Yeah, like it's the same feel. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
No problem.
I'm stoked about this because I love Dawn of the Dead, so Day of the Dead is a no-brainer.
Have you not seen it though?
I've only seen clips.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's because I never could track it. It's not streamable at the moment that I know of.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's been ages since I saw it, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's excited. And I'm down to the last one now.
Oh boy.
So you were saying that I don't know this. I don't know this. This is the surprise for me. So Link was my surprise.
Yes. You shouldn't. I've hinted. We'll see if you got.
I've hinted.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Oh, what? Gargoyles. Dude, where did you even find this? The first season too?
Yeah, the complete first season.
Oh man, Gargoyles is awesome, dude. So were you messaging me while you found this? Is
kind
that
of.
what's going on?
Long story long once again. I found that at Valley Village earlier this week.
Right.
And I was holding it in my hands for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I should get this for Alex because again, he's an animator. He loves animation. He loves old cartoons.
Dude.
And I thought, but does he have it? That was my dilemma. Does he have it? And finally, because my wife and our son, who's almost 9 months old, they were in the car and he was crying and she was calling me, "Are you almost done?" Like, I'm like, okay. So finally, I'm like, I'm just gonna get it. But then when I got home, I was like having this doubt, like, does he have this? So did I just buy this? But in which case, I probably would have just kept it for myself. But I'm like, I'm gonna start messaging him. So I'm like, hey, you know what show just popped into my mind? Randomly?
You did do that to you. Crazy thought.
Yeah.
Do you remember Gargoyles?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I do remember. Then he goes off and he's talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, is that even available on DVD? Do you ever come across it? Because I know if he had them, he'd be like, yeah, I have these seasons. And he's like, yeah, it exists, but it's harder to find, and when I do find it, they're scratched.
Because so here's the thing with that. Because right after you did that, I was like, are these as rare as I think? Because I'll see like one of the seasons, same as what I was talking about Family Matters. So it'll be like one disc is scratched to hell, or like, you know, one disc is missing. So in terms of rarity, so for a season like this, it's not an easy one to find, but it is doable. So you can still get it for around $20 to $30, depending on where you look.
I check out Amazon. It was like, I think 16.
Right.
Very affordable.
I think it's season 2 or volume 2 of season 2. One of the two. One of those is completely out of print. So like, Gargoyles is amazing, and like I was gushing about it a little bit. It's like Disney's answer to Batman the Animated Series, which is my favorite.
Totally.
So like, I mean, come on, and you got the voice talent, which we were talking about.
Which I didn't know.
It's Keith David, dude.
Which I love that. We're just like going off like, I'm like, are you talking about Keith David from They Live? It's like, no, I'm talking about Keith David from The Thing.
Yeah, I just was like, no, dude.
Yeah.
To me, Keith David is always the voice of Spawn, which I have.
Yeah, you're
Spawn's recommend, but yes, Goliath himself.
I never knew. You taught me that this week.
Yeah, I remember at one point I stumbled too because I was like, oh, the voice actor, he went on to do a couple of things, but I was confusing Keith David with guy who voices Megabyte and Reboot, and he was also like the priest in Hunchback of Notre Dame. He's got a very booming voice.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, that guy's also was excellent. But yeah, Keith David.
Right on. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. That's why I was messaging. So when you started saying like, okay, yeah, when I find it, it's super scratch, and they're pretty hard to find. Then I'm like, okay, he doesn't have it. I'm good. So I'm like, I hope he didn't catch on my hinting. Like,
not at all.
Awesome.
Didn't know you found it. I thought you were just like, hey man, have you seen?
Yeah. And I kept usually I take out the price tag, but those Value Village ones are a pain to get off. So.
You gotta get some glue gun. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, dude. Thanks. So like, wrapping it up. Look at. I mean. We're not going to compare apples to apples here, but like...
Hey, we got our viewing
hauls
cut out for us. This is incredible. Like this link, wow.
I'm telling you, that might have to be the evening film.
I think it just might have to be, yeah. So, yeah, dude, thank you.
Oh, thank you, man. So, yes, that is it. It's kind of an update, kind of a gift swap.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun just kind of sitting back talking, and I know it's going to be a lengthy one, but...
It's probably going to be a long one.
Worth it. Like, we haven't done this in a long time.
It's good to be back. All right. Signing out. I don't know. I don't have a thing.
No, we don't have a sign out. It's just, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll be back. We're going to be making a few of these.
Yes, see how many we can get done in a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Later.